Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Demi and let's talk hair. So I just want to start off really quickly by just making sure you guys are okay, asking if everyone is all right. We're going through obviously really difficult times at the moment, and yeah, it's not easy for anybody. I do hope everyone is doing well, should I say. I uploaded my last video I uploaded had nothing got to do with the subject of hair. It was a luxury unboxing, and yeah, my apologies just for not being frequent here on this channel, especially for my long-term subscribers that have been with me from day one. I appreciate and support you guys so much. A big thank you to you guys. You have actually kept me going on. Just there's been so much going on. Obviously, we're going through a pandemic. I lost my grandmother. That was tough on my mom. I was consolidating my mom for the longest period of time. Then I went out and I kind of went on an emotional shock. Hence that video for the LV unboxing, the previous video before this. And I suppose a lot of people want to know what my progress is, how I'm doing, how the hair is growing. This video, I'm actually going to be exposing the company that I went to. I had a 7-month update video. I was asked to remove it by the company and I was threatened with legal action. Let's talk about that. So I will be inserting into this video the clip of the video that I did, the 7-month update video that I did, and I was asked to take it down. Otherwise, they were threatening me with legal action, which, you know, is absolutely ridiculous because I'm not sure if I explained it in that video now, but there was like this UK artist that went to the same surgeon or the same clinics. It had the same surgeons that I had, and I've explained this, I think, in that video. And she went after me, and obviously they've done an amazing job. Obviously she's an artist. She's a very big following. So they did everything right. Everything looked great off the jump. Whereas with me, it is like they just did a half-assed job. Excuse my French. Obviously, I had signed a waiver to say that I wasn't going to document anything on social media or like put it out there or anything like that. So I'm like, how is this artist able to blog her whole journey, but yet when someone has a complaint, it's a big deal. But if you'd have done the job correctly from the beginning, we wouldn't be in the situation of you guys feeling some type of way because I'm putting you out there as not doing your job the way you're supposed to do it. So I will put the clip in here. Guys, I would just like to welcome you, my new subscribers, to my channel. This is on my hair growth re-journey. I've had a very long day and I'm really tired, but my hair regrowth journey, should I say. So it's been over 7 months, and my apologies to my subscribers and people that have been sending, you know, messages looking for information. Sorry, my eyes are really red at the moment because I just got my lashes done, and yeah, they are super tired. As people that have been following my channel, you know that I went to Turkey to get hair transplants, and basically after 7 months, this is the growth that I have had immediately with the amount of hairs that they transplanted from the back. Now let me show you the back, or maybe it just looks that way because it's really short. It looks like it hasn't grown back in, but it has. Nice and full. Yeah, so it's really short, but it's grown a substantial amount considering there was nothing here before. If you look back at my older videos, you'll see where they took the hair from the back here, so that's all grown back in. So obviously I'm really disappointed in this for like 7 months, because they're telling me like by 9 months, you're going to see the full extent of what you've had done, the regrowth and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, it was a very sluggish job. It was a very sluggish job. I've seen people that have gone in and had 1 hair transplant, and by this stage, even before 7 months, everything was full and thick, you know. You know, obviously they did say to me that they can only take so much hair from the donor area, which was the area that they took the hair from in the back, and transplant it in the front. They can only take so much at one time, but I believe it was just a really sluggish job. Like, before I paid them, they're telling me, oh yeah, we'll be able to do this and we'll be able to do that and we'll make it as full for you as, you know, as possible. As far as I'm concerned, this was sham work. This was sham work. Like, I don't know whether it's like they used me, they experimented with my hair. That's how I feel anyway. Because to be honest with you, like, okay, I've got hair that I didn't have there initially. All these bits of hair that you can see here, I didn't have any of this before. That was all totally gone. If you refer back to my older videos, all this was gone. And you know what, it looks a lot worse on the phone with me because I'm using my phone to record this video. So it actually looks worse on my phone than it actually is, if that makes sense. But you can see here, this spot, that was not touched at all. Like, there's absolutely nothing there. And after me expressing my concern and saying about the amount of hair they transplanted, basically she's trying to tell me like, oh, you know, you've got curly hair. In other words, oh, we're only going to do this bit here because your hair is curly, so it's just going to cover the rest of your head, which is, excuse my French, but as far as I'm concerned, because there's no way, like, there is no way. I'm going to have another 2. If I went back to them, I probably need to go back another 2 times. So to be honest, at this stage, I'm going to look at other clinics and not go to Turkey. Because the thing I found as well is prior to going into the surgery, everybody understood English, knew English very well, was very polite, made me feel very much at home. At the end of the surgery, by the time I was trying to express my unhappiness for what I could see initially, all of a sudden nobody could speak English. Nobody, oh, you know, they're trying to tell me some stupid messed up stories that don't try and tell me these stories because I'm not about to hear these stories. Stuff like, oh yeah, you know, but when the hair starts growing in, more hairs are gonna spurt at me. If you transplant hairs over here, they're not magically gonna appear over here. And so what they did is they literally just did where you can see, like these bits. These are all that there. This is all the transplanted hair. Those bits that you can see there is all transplanted. So basically the other areas behind that, obviously, like, they did not touch these areas. I'm not going to shave it off because I don't want to shave it off. I can still braid this back and like do styles. It's going to cost me more money to go somewhere where they're going to do this one time and it's going to work for me, so be it. I'll work towards that. What else then, really? I would not recommend this company for Afro-Caribbean hair, to be honest. But let me just say, it is a substantial amount of hair that I have lost. Like, if you look right back here, it's like they didn't even see this area. They didn't even touch this area. That's just exactly the same way as it was before. I had 2 different women working on my head at the same time, and it was like they just once they collected their money, it was like, let's just do whatever, let's just make it something, let's just put something in there just to say we did the job, when really they didn't take any time, I feel, to do what it was I went there for. The company that I booked this treatment through, I had a mentor, you know, I met when I got to the clinic, and she was supposed to stay there with me throughout my surgery and be there for me after the surgery. Well, this one, she just went missing. The one I started, she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave the room now, but I'll be here. I'll be around so that when you're finished your treatment, any questions that you have to ask me, I'll be here to answer. She went missing. Then what was it then? The other woman I was trying to talk to, it was just like they were just trying to do this, oh, me no English, which I was getting so livid. I was just so annoyed at the time that they were just trying to calm me down and telling me, look, this is not your final result, rah 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 rah. So obviously I just went with it. I sucked it up. I took a deep breath and I said, let me give this time. Let me not jump the gun right now. Let me not jump the gun, because things take time. Like, the way I damaged my hair over time, it is going to take time for the hair to come back. It's not going to come back miraculously overnight. I am, like, obviously, like I said, these bits of hair were not there prior to going for the treatment, but at the same time, like, what did they do? What did they do? Do you know what I mean? If I probably would have just left my hair untouched for the 7 months, it probably would have just came back like this anyway. You know? Anyway, the name of the company is called Longvita, Longvita, and they're in Turkey and in Istanbul. I would not recommend them for Afro-Caribbean hair unless it's a very small area, because it's like they got tired real quick, because obviously black hair, I would have, at the moment, it's not so curly right now because I flat ironed this part because it was just unruly to work with this bit of hair anyway. So Yeah, it's called Longavita. They're in Turkey, Istanbul, and I would not recommend them for Afro-Caribbean hair. They're lazy. It's like, oh, your hair's so curly, you know, we won't be able to do as many grafts because your hair's so curly, it takes longer. My hair's curly, but you shaved it down to nothing anyway. So, I mean, it wasn't a curl by the time you finished shaving it. So what kind of nonsense is that? They did not have the patience to work with my hair. I would not recommend this company, or I don't know whether it's the company or the people that actually worked on my hair, to be honest with you, because I just felt like they did not know what they were doing. They were learning this day. They were using me to learn their job, you know. Obviously, I researched them before I went because I had my money to anybody. And obviously, I researched this company for a long time, and I actually asked them if they wouldn't mind sending me on some files from previous clients, like black clients whose hair they did, and they were telling me about confidentiality. Fair enough, because like as I'm open about talking about my situation and the way my hair is, some people just aren't, you know, they don't want people to know that they've had treatments or surgery or whatnot done, which is fair enough, each to their own. But to be honest, it doesn't faze me, and I'm at a stage in my life now. And I'm just like, fuck it. Take me as I am or leave me. Take me as I am or leave me. So yeah, something like that. Well, I'm gonna look after it, the little bit of hair that I've got left, and maybe somebody was telling me about some treatment. If anyone has any recommendations, by the way, feel free to drop them. Because like, that area was totally missed out as well, because it's totally like bald. And then that area over here as well, that's a burn mark or something. But to be honest with you, see here, this is where they originally marked my, oh yeah, someone else said, why did they not make your hairline lower any lower? My hairline is going to join my eyebrows. I don't need it to be any lower. It's just that with this phone it looks higher than actually what it is, because they did bring it lower, because initially I'm looking for the scar, not even that. It's about here, yeah, so that scar right in here, right in there, that's where it used to start. So they did bring it down a little bit. Imagine they brought, like, that mark here is where they wanted to bring it down to. So I would have had like that much of a gap. That much of a gap between my eyebrow and my actual hairline. No, thank you. So yeah, that's it really. I'm not really satisfied with the results of my hair transplant, to be honest with you. I had a nice trip to Turkey though, by the way. I'm looking for some next solution, or a recommendation of some next company that I can go to after 12 months, because I still need to wait another 5 months to see the real results of this transplant. But to be honest with you, it's not going to grow, I don't think, any thicker than what it is now. If anything, the bits that are there are just going to get longer. I would love to insert pictures of before and after. All right, so that was it. They so basically I was asked to take it down because it's called slander. But then I was like, but that's what I experienced, that's what I went through. It's not like, oh, I'm just saying a lot of bad stuff about this company that didn't actually happen. You know, I was going to a foreign country on my own, and the one person that I'd been like communicating with the whole time prior to getting there, the day of the surgery, she just went missing. I didn't see her again for the whole of the holiday. And it seems like everybody else, excuse me, so I've got hair on my lip. Everybody that went over to have their hair done since I've gone over to get it done, their outcomes were a lot better, supposedly. They've got a lot more grafts. I was told I had 1,500, 1,500 grafts. Mate, they are lying. I do not think they gave me up to, I don't even think they gave me up to 1,000 grafts. They got tired. They said what they said. And now that they were trying to get me to come back, I was still going to have to pay for the treatment. They wanted me to come back, pay again. But the thing is, what they did offer me was to be an influencer for them. So basically, I would leave a link in my descriptions bar, and everybody that clicks it, I would get paid for it. And do you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do that. They should have done the job properly before in the first place. I know it's great to kind of get on board with them to make money, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to my people. This is what I went through. This is what I experienced. So why am I going to come on my platform and now take down the video, which I did take it down because I wasn't out here trying to give them a bad name or stop people from going to them. I just wanted everyone to know, you know, it was a real experience. It was a real experience. So for those of you that actually want to see the state of my hair right now, this is what they gave me anyway. See this front bit here? Ooh, let Let me go gentle. So this is what they put in. Basically, that little bit that you can see there. You're wrong, it is growing. There's length. I didn't have any of this here before. There is length. It is long. It's growing. However, she was trying to tell me like, oh, when this part grows, you'll be able to just flap that part back and it will cover everything up. And I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. All of a sudden is, oh, I don't understand. But they didn't understand English all of a sudden. Then, oh, it was just an absolute disaster. Like when you're suffering with something like this and you're paying to just get it done, you don't want to be hearing no excuses telling me about, oh, your hair is too difficult. You know, what do you mean my hair is difficult? But you knew the situation you were getting yourself into. Let me try and fix my hair so I don't look all crazy and stuff. You knew what you were getting yourselves into. When I was in that reception area before I signed and paid. But now I've paid you up and signed, you want to be doing... Let me just calm myself. Anyway, guys, I found another company that I'm going to. I've paid them and we'll be flying out soon. I'm a very religious and superstitious. I'm Nigerian. I currently reside in Ireland, but I am Nigerian, and we are very like superstitious and about things. And I'm not going to say when exactly I'm going, but I'm going. Too many evil eyes out there. When you're working towards something and you're putting it out there, there's always like someone preying on your downfall. People aren't always as happy for you as you think they are. A lot of men and women suffer with alopecia, yeah? And they don't put it out there. Obviously, they don't broadcast. They're so insecure. I don't have any insecurities about my hair. Reason being, I am not my hair. My hair is not me. But I'm so over wearing wigs that like, it's like, would you walk around like this? Like realistically, would you? And then people's like, shave it all off. But even if I shave it all off, you need to think about it. See if a guy, yeah, gets his hair shaved, you can still see that like little stubbly bits. If I shaved mine, you would still see all this baldness here. The hair is growing. Even, I'm going to show you right now the back of my hair. I'll try and insert some pictures as well. This is my hair, and you can see how thick and full it is in the back. Everything's growing right back in. The hair that was shaved is actually the strongest. Like when I say the strongest, I think because I've got no split ends there. Now I have to get a trim. But yeah, this is it. I am going for another round with a completely different clinic. So yeah, of the clinic I went to was Longa Vita. Just very unprofessional in the terms of like what they did. They didn't complete the job. Like I said, they did a half-assed job. The rep, who was the person that kind of talks to you prior to you coming, they talked you through the whole treatment basically, and she was supposed to be there for me like throughout. And I understand like people have emergencies and stuff, and that's the thing. She had an emergency and it was like, oh, I need to go, I'll see you, I'll be right back though before you're finished to, you know, be at your side or whatever. I didn't see her again for the rest of the stay, and I stayed there for over 10 days. So they would not be getting any more of my coin. And obviously I'm not gonna like promote the company that I'm going to just yet. Reason being is, imagine I came on here and I was like, oh yeah, I've gone to this place and I've got hair transplant done, and then all you people that actually need it done, did their hair done, go to those companies and end up like me, and I'm the one that's actually broadcasted that to begin with. No. So let me go get it done, come back. They didn't, you know what, yeah, they tried, but they didn't try hard enough. They really did not try hard enough. And it's like they're trying hard now because they know that there is a black female that is out here speaking about the lack of work that they did. And they were shook. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching my video. If you have any questions,